Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, sorry, Miss Lane. Let me just, I was just,
Cannon clock. No one's paying any attention.
Yes, Miss Lane.
It's so hot. But listen, this is serious.
Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're having a great day. So, taking a different path from my normal videos, which is political stuff, money. I want to talk about a little bit of entertainment. So Smallville, a series that I watched religiously back in the day, years ago. It is now coming back. We have the actor Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent Superman on the Smallville series, now, no question confirmed, to be in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover on the Arrow, within the Arrow universe. And I was very excited to hear that. Of course, we had got Brandon Routh confirmed from the Superman Return movies. And, you know, this is kind of like the DC version of the what happened with the Marvel universe in the Avengers Infinity Wars type situation. And so I think that DC TV is just doing a fantastic job. I'm quite surprised with how they've been able to take all this, combine this into what's been some great television shows from comic books on TV. So, of course, Smallville being the progenitor to all of these series. Smallville started off. Clark Kent Superman, Tom Welling. And that's why I thought it was so important that Tom come back and do this. And I was hoping it was almost one of those situations like what we got with Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor back at the season finale of Smallville when we didn't think he would come back. Now, Erica Durance, who plays Lois Lane here, she will be coming back with Tom. So this is going to be interesting because you're going to get to see the Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Supergirl's version of Superman's cousin. He's going to be with his Lois Lane in their different Earth. Then, of course, we're going to have the Smallville version of Clark Kent and Erica Durance. And then we're going to have Brandon Routh's version from Superman Returns playing the Kingdom Come Superman, where he years later becomes that Superman. This is going to be great. Nothing like this has been done before in television history or even in cinema in general, to have all these very great Superman, some even official from the silver screen, mixed with the television versions all together. That's just so awesome. Just so awesome. So I'm going to really be tuning into that. Now, Lois Lane, I can't even remember the actress' names. I need to see more of her. What is her name again? It'll come to me in a second. But who plays Lana Lane? She may be coming back. She's been making a lot of the rounds on Comic-Con with the Smallville group. So we might get to see her. Kirsten, what was her name? It keeps slipping me. Now, Michael Rosenbaum, who plays Superman, or Lex Luthor. The greatest Lex Luthor of Lex Luthors, in my opinion. I have to say that Michael Rosenbaum, all the history of Lex Luthors, all the television Lex Luthors, even the film Lex Luthors, Michael Rosenbaum nailed the role the best. He played the more realistic, complicated Lex Luthor. And now they have the Supergirl version of Lex Luthor. And I'm really slipping tonight because I know all these people's names. I know all the actors, the guy who was on 2.5 Men. I know all their names, but for some reason, it is just not clicking with me tonight. But now, a lot of people like his version of Lex Luthor. They think it's one of the best because he gets to wear the kryptonite suit. And they did some cool things with Supergirl. And I thought that was pretty good. Cryer, that's his name. Isn't it like Tom Cryer? Tom Cryer? he got to wear the Lex Luthor kryptonite suit. We had never seen that before on television or anything. It looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool how they did it. So I can't say I'm disappointed with his playing of Lex Luthor, but Michael Rosenbaum just, so I really hope Michael's coming back now. He kind of gave this cryptic message like, oh, well, I didn't have time and this and that. But I'm going to tell you guys something. The way that Michael Rosenbaum is making the rounds with, you know, the way he's making the rounds on Comic-Con with the Smallville group, I just kind of find it. I think he's going to try to, this is my prediction. We're going to see Michael Rosenbaum. It's going to be a big surprise. They think they're smart. But Michael Rosenbaum does play ball. He did come back as Lex Luthor. I think if he see Tom Welling going in and doing this, and this big thing that's been happening, he even had Stephen Amell on the show, on his podcast show, Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. I do not buy it one bit that as relentless as Stephen Amell has been to get Tom Welling, to get all these people, that he didn't get Michael Rosenbaum, because all these guys, even the I'm surprised they didn't say anything about the Green Arrow. Oh, I think I remember now. He's on another popular television show, so it's gonna be very difficult to get him. So he might really not be coming back. But I think Michael Rosenbaum is just, he's a big jokester anyway. And I just think that he's going to surprise us. He's joking. He's talking about, well, nobody offered him money. First of all, if if that was the case and he was going to deny the role because of money, oftentimes they don't talk about money in their press releases or tweets or in media, right? They just say, well, nobody reached out to them. By him saying nobody offered me money, I didn't hear anything about money, and so it's a no-go and all that, I think it's baloney. I think he's going to do it. But, if he doesn't do it, I'm just glad to have Tom Welling in there, Erica Durant, just tying this in. This will officially make all of what Smallville did canon to all the good and bad, I guess, things that came in the DC TV universe. But for the good parts that, that happened over the years, they definitely deserve it, because Smallville started all of this stuff. Whatever shows you like, a lot of these are the same producers that and directors from those episodes and those series that started all of this. So it's all the same family. That's why it makes so much sense for it to be canon. It's the same people that created these shows. And so that is just fantastic information for me. Been waiting. I was waiting on the Smallville movie. I was waiting on the Smallville. If I had the link, I would leave it in the description. There is a guy who, he writes episodes after Smallville ended, and he does these little vignettes on YouTube here, and they're really cool. And he does them to kind of continue on what happens to the Tom Welling Superman, how he goes on and what's happening with him. So I don't know what's going to be happening, where he's going to be at with the Crisis of Infinite Earths, where he's going to be at with this. But it's just going to be real exciting to see. I'm going to really enjoy watching this, I think, because I've been waiting on something like this for a while. I was always hoping that Tom Welling would come back and reprise his role as Superman on Supergirl. I was been hoping he'd show up on these shows, and then when he showed up on Lucifer, which is DC, so that shows that Tom's not out of DC. But I was upset with that. I didn't want him to come back on Lucifer. I felt like he could have just as easily come back and got some long-standing roles in some of these shows. He could have came on Arrow and played the version of Superman from another Earth, right? Or something like that. But it didn't happen. We're getting some version of that now. So happy about that. But that's all I want to say. Tell me all what you think about, especially if you're one of those old-time Smallville fans. And I know you guys are out there. I know you guys are like me. If you liked, tell me what you think about this. Are you excited about this? You have to be. But leave a comment below. And if you like content like this, although we don't get much of it these days, be sure to like and subscribe. Until then, take care.